Welcome over to Automotive World, everyone. I'm your host, Vinay Mystery, and tonight we have a huge story. This is coming out just as you're going to see our video soon coming out for the top 10 trucks of 2024 right now. But this is huge. The Ford Maverick, as we know, comes in two different configurations. Comes in a hybrid and it comes in the 2-liter turbo. Recently, the hybrid system has met all-wheel drive, but within that, we've even got increased towing capacity. So the new 2025 Ford Maverick is going to be getting that hybrid with the all-wheel drive, and we have got the press release right here. This is really big because we can see here the Ford Maverick has been a huge success with customers, but the Ford Maverick now with the 2.5 liter hybrid is now going to give us increased towing capability. So we can see here the 2-liter EcoBoost engine. That is going to give us 4,000 pounds with the 4K towing package, or 2,000 on the Tremor. With the 2.5 liter, we now have the same towing rating. This is really huge. Obviously, we can see here the targeted horsepower and the targeted amount of torque are still going to be lower, but the fact that we now have the all-wheel drive on the hybrid, which is something that it did not launch with. So the fact that now hybrid owners can have all-wheel drive, which is really good if you live in inclement weather, but maybe you don't need all that power. But the fact that now you can get the hybrid and get 4,000 pounds of towing with the 4K towing package, this is huge because now you could essentially, you are losing a lot less power. You know, the 2-liter EcoBoost version is still going to be more powerful. It's still going to feel more peppy and just kind of more springy. You do get a lot more torque at a lower RPM. You also do get a traditional 8-speed automatic torque converter transmission. So, although there are still some advantages to the 2-liter engine, especially when towing because of the power figures, the fact that we can now get the hybrid with the same amount of towing, this is huge because now you can get just, the base model, get the 4K towing package, and you can get the best of both worlds. You can still get something that's capable enough for towing, still not necessarily the most powerful, but capable enough for towing, and you've got a hybrid. So you've got great fuel economy and really awesome range here. Now keep in mind that you do have to have the 4K towing package and it does have to be properly equipped. This is also a bit interesting because this kind of begs the question, although there are still reasons as to why the 2-liter should be still around, especially if you want more power, whether it's for passing power on the highway or whatnot, or just to have a little bit more confidence, I would probably still go with the 2-liter EcoBoost. But this makes the 2.5 liter hybrid extremely compelling, and I really cannot stress that enough. Typical features are still here, so still 1,500 pounds of payload capacity in the bed. Really nice to see that. Still get those power outlets in the back there. We do have our new system up here. This is really good. We now have the Sync 4 system, so we have a new screen. It's 13.2 inches, way better than the previous 8-inch screen that was in the class. This is not only bigger, this looks nicer and cleaner, but this also does have better graphics as well. So really nice upgrade there for that. This is going to give the capability for wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so no need to take the wires and all that anymore. This is what you want right here. We still do have our typical safety features and things like that here. Now that we can get the 4K towing package, it is available with the Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, and that can back up the truck for you and things like that. It really helps out a lot of people who are especially new to towing, but even those who are very experienced as well. Still standard features. Ford Copilot 360 is still on there. Everything that we have had before is still going to be on there. But the biggest news here really is that new screen and the new engine. We can also see too, obviously, with the front fascia here, it is a little bit redesigned. The new front fascia it has changed a little bit. We can kind of see here too with the headlamps as well. They are still pretty much the same headlamps as before. They do look a little bit more flush and a little bit cleaner. I do think this new front end looks a little bit interesting, and it's not bad. I don't mind it. But the biggest features that we have are the towing, 4,000 pounds on the hybrid. And this is important because we can see the starting MSRP down here is going to be $26,295 plus a $1,595 destination and delivery fee for the standard hybrid front-wheel drive, and the new Maverick Hybrid will be available to order starting August 1st. So keep in mind, this pricing right here is for front-wheel drive. This is not the all-wheel drive model. We don't have any official pricing onto that yet. We can see here, though, with the new trims that we have up here, with our new Lariat trim, this looks pretty nice. Like I said, for the most part, this truck is unchanged. Obviously, that front end, has changed a little bit. I don't mind it. I do like the way the new headlights are. I'm not sure how I feel kind of about this lower portion here under the grille, but I don't mind it at all. And I think too, especially the addition with the new screen up here, a bigger screen with better graphics, really, really good to have that. You still keep your power outlet and things really, really good there. And obviously, like I said, there are still reasons as to why you'd want the 2-liter EcoBoost. Some of it, especially when it's towing, might just be because it has more power. Obviously, it's going to give you more passing power with and without towing. I like to drive a little faster, so personally, I always prefer to have more power than efficiency. But the fact that you can now get the all-wheel drive on the hybrid with the same towing rating is huge for those who do occasional towing, who really just kind of want more fuel economy and things. It does kind of put Ford in an interesting situation, because I think for most people now buying this truck, it is gonna give people, beg the question that for most of us, they may not care about power and performance. Personally, like I said, I'm one of those people, so I would still go with the 2-liter EcoBoost. But I think for most people who are buying this, who might do some sort of occasional towing, whether it's with a PWC or a very small boat or maybe a side-by-side, something like that, it is going to beg the question, why buy the 2-liter EcoBoost over the 2.5-liter hybrid? And like I said, personally, I would still go with that 2-liter EcoBoost just because, it does have more power and I prefer the power. But it does beg the question, I do wonder how much that's going to affect Ford and that powertrain configuration, as more people, I would think, would be inclined now to go for the hybrid. Because now with the hybrid, you get the best of everything. You get the hybrid engine, so you get the fuel efficiency right here, 42 miles per gallon in the city, 40 estimated per gallon right there with the all-wheel drive. So with the front-wheel drive one, you get 2 more miles, so 40 miles per gallon with the hybrid all-wheel drive in a compact pickup truck. You can't really ask for much more other than that. And I think this is just another way we've seen Ford make the Maverick better. And we still got the same trims. We've got XL, XLT, Lariat, and Tremor. Obviously, Tremor is going to be, the nice little off-road one. We have seen Tremor on some of the full-size and the heavy-duty trucks, some of the 250s and things like that. So we don't, unfortunately, have a Raptor version of this or nothing, but it would be cool to see that. Maybe Ford will do that in the future. But I think this is just increased the Maverick even further to as why people would want one. Like I said, I would still go with the 2-liter EcoBoost just because of the power. I like the power and the performance. For me, especially in a compact truck, that's just not enough horsepower and torque for me. But like I said, for those of you who are doing occasional towing, there's no reason you shouldn't get the hybrid. Now you've got the same towing, you've got all-wheel drive, so you can use it everywhere, and you've got the fuel efficiency. I mean, this is, it was kind of hard to necessarily make this better. And obviously one of the biggest things that we were all wishing for was the all-wheel drive, especially for the hybrid when it came out, because it didn't launch initially with it. I didn't expect them, though, to do the same towing ratings, so I think the fact that they have done the same towing rating as the EcoBoost engine is very, very interesting, and I think that's just a whole added value to it. I do wonder, though, maybe with the EcoBoost engine, with the 2-liter, maybe we'll get an update in the future. We know that the Hyundai Santa Cruz, which would be the only other vehicle in this class, tows 5,000 pounds, which is the same as a Honda Ridgeline and a few other midsiders. So maybe this is a sign. Maybe we should be foreshadowing the 2-liter EcoBoost is going to get a bump in towing rating. Not too sure, but like I said, this is just overall made this vehicle even more comprehensive. And the fact that we have a new screen up here, like I said, it's so much cleaner, it's bigger. This is way better. And even now, the way that this interior looks, obviously this is not the fanciest car, but this still looks really nice. And like I said, I think Ford has done a great job, even with the refresh. I think they've done a great job, especially with the headlights. This vehicle now looks a little bit more mature, and I think this is going to be awesome. Unfortunately, we don't have any other pricing at the moment though right now, but we'll have to wait for that, see in the future. I would suspect that the hybrid model, obviously this is going to go up in price, and this probably is not going to be, this is probably going to be like a sub, with the 30,000 model with the all-wheel drive and the 4K tow package, so we'll have to see on that. But I think overall, the new Maverick is really cool. And personally, like I said, it was one of the vehicles I would love to own. It'd be perfect for me. I would still go with that EcoBoost engine, but I think the hybrid is now even more comprehensive. I think it looks really nice now. It looks just a little bit more mature. So that is going to do it for now, everyone. Let me know what you guys and girls think down below of this. If you are a Ford Maverick owner, are you trading your Maverick in to get this one? Or if you were a potential owner, now seeing the new updates that we have, the new screen, new infotainment system, but most importantly, the hybrid system getting all-wheel drive and 4,000 pounds of towing. Is this going to convince you now to buy a Maverick and stop looking elsewhere? Let me know what you guys and girls think down below. That is going to do it for now, and like always, thanks for watching, everyone.